What's up, cooks? It's Wednesday. It's cookware day. It's Wednesday. It's cooking day, right? We need to pump up Wednesday, and nothing better than a couple of new Saucier pans. These are Made In Sauciers. I only had one Saucier and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite pieces of cookware, and we have two pieces from Made In today to take a look at. This is going to be exciting because this is one of my favorite pieces of cookware. Welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. So before we get into the saucier, let's talk about the mighty saucepan, right? A saucepan is one of our most common pieces of cookware out there, right? We've seen them all. We've had these in our kitchens forever. They're in every set of cookware that there is. So this is the saucepan, and it has all your typical features. It has a handle here. Sometimes when it's a big saucepan, like a 4-quart, it will have a secondary handle here, a helper handle. This is a 3-quart All-Clad saucepan, and it's amazing. I use it for cooking rice. I cook vegetables in it. You can do a little tiny soup in there. You can boil some potatoes in there. You can make pretty much anything in here. They're great because they're somewhat narrower at the top compared to a saucier, so they don't evaporate your liquid as much, right? They tend to have straight size. It's sort of like a quasi mini stock pot, right? You can make sauces in there. You can do all kinds of stuff. So when we use a whisk in a saucepan, one big problem with it is the sides are straight, right? So there is sort of a bend in here. So when we put our whisk in here, when you're making a sauce, the whisk will leave some material in this gap, and you have to get at that, right? It is a great pan for making sauces, but there is a better option, and that option is a saucier. A saucier basically takes this saucepan and it rounds the bottom and flares it out a little bit. So you get a little bit more evaporation on your sauces, and it gets rid of this tight corner in here, right? This one is not as bad. Some of them are really tight in here, and it allows us to whisk a sauce together and improve our results, right? So even though a saucepan is an amazing piece, right, for sauces, and now I'm starting to use it for a lot of things, it has become one of my favorite pieces. You can use it as a quasi saucepan, and you can use it as a sauce making pan, right? So we're going to take a look at two. These are from Made In. If you've never heard of Made In, they're a very popular brand. They're all over the place. They're direct to consumer, and you can get basically a piece of cookware in every shape that you can imagine. They usually come in like between 2 and 5 quart. The 3-quart is pretty much the standard that most people start with. Today we have a 3 and we have a 5, right? So this is our saucier. This is the 3-quart from Made In. These pans are made in Italy. That's what the description says. They're made in Italy. They have a stamp right here. You probably can't read this. Made in Kitchen Supply, Austin, Texas. So that's where the company is. But they make their products in France, Italy, the USA, Sweden, and England. So these are pretty amazing. So this one is a 3-ply pan. All-Clad makes 3 and 5, right? And that just means that there's 3 layers of metal that are sandwiched together and bonded to make this pan. Some pans only have a disc on the bottom that's bonded, and that's It uses a mixes of metals that have different properties to give you the best result. This one is fully clad, meaning there's no base on the bottom. The entire pan is bonded 3-layer metal. The Made In over here, these are 5-ply. So they're 5 layers of metal bonded together in the entire pan. There's no disc on the bottom. And it comes with a little card, an information card. It also comes with the lid. I've seen some that don't come with a lid. It had to have a lid. So here is our lid. Nice, nice. So it's a brushed stainless. It's not the shiny stainless. And here is our pan, our Made In. So this is really nice. So see how much wider that pan is compared to this saucepan? So this fits in here, right? It's a lot wider. You'll get more evaporation going on in here. It has rounded inside. Here, this is rounded. So when you're making a sauce, you don't have that issue, right? Whoa, so this is really nice. Like the handle is in a really nice spot. It feels really, I like it. So let's try out the 5-quart. Here's the lid. So here's our 5-quart. Here's our card again. Whoa, this is definitely a lot bigger than the 3-quart. Nice. Oh. Whoa. This is a big saucier. Yeah, this is a big saucier. Why would you want a 5-quart over a 3-quart? Because look at that, right? We're going to make a pasta dish in this bad boy. So this is a 5-quart. This is your helper handle on this one. And look at that. So you have the rounded edge here. See how it's rounded here? This is the 5-quart. You have a really nice handle. This is an amazing pan. So we're going to be doing a 1-pot pasta in this pan. Let me grab the ingredients. Let me wash these up. Grab the ingredients and let's get cooking. So we got the Made In Saucier all washed up. We got the counter washed up. We got our ingredients out. We're making turkey mushroom spinach penne pasta. And we're doing it in the 5-quart. So we're just going to put some olive oil in here. And I have a pound of turkey. This recipe will be up on my website. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Woo! So what's nice about this 5-quart is you have a lot of room in here. So we're just going to cook this, scramble it up, and when it's done, we're going to remove it to a clean bowl. So we got our turkey in here. I'm going to go ahead and give it some fresh cracked black pepper because we need to season this bad boy. Going to put a little bit of salt in there, not a lot because not sure how that's going to be in the final dish. So I'm going to go ahead and scramble this up. Woo! And I got a clean bowl here. And when this is done, I'm going to put that in this bowl. Put in a little bit more olive oil, or a lot. And we have some diced onion. And we also have a new spatula. Don't cross-contaminate your food. And we're going to go ahead and stir this up. And we're going to cook this until this is translucent. Okay, I got a whole bunch of mushrooms here. These were huge, like club store mushrooms. So I sliced them and then I cut them in half. So we're gonna soften these babies up. Okay, we're looking good. I'm gonna put like 60,000 cloves of garlic in here, minced. That was 60,000 cloves.
And Mark, we used the buffalo chocolate for that.
just going to give it a minute or so in here. So this is basically the risotto method or the hamburger helper method, right? I'm going to put our turkey back in. And we have our penne pasta. This is die cut penne. So I know you're asking, this is dry pasta. You didn't boil it first. We're going to put chicken broth in here. This is 6 cups. I think I'm going to start with 5. But a lot of times you have to just watch it and monitor it and add a little if it goes astray and gets a little too dry. And we're going to give it a little seasoning. Yeah, I did put 6,000 cloves of garlic, but I am putting granulated garlic because those are 2 different flavors. I'm going to put some French thyme. You can put some red pepper flakes if you would like.
And bonus points if you got some fresh tarragon.
I thought you weren't. You can use fresh thyme. I think you like tarragon, but I don't know if he's going to plant it. First he was like, oh, I'm going to plant tarragon. And then he was like, nah.
Now I know why it's hard to find.
No, that dish was good.
It was good.
Different. So we're bringing this up to a boil, and then we're going to lower it down to a simmer, and we're just going to let it simmer and cook until the pasta's done. If you have to add a little bit extra water, go for it, depending on how the pasta is cooking. So, let's cook away. Okay, so the pasta is al dente. A lot of the liquid has come out of there. We're going to put in some spinach. This is going to bring some color and some interest. You don't really have to put the spinach in very long, so you kind of want to put this in at the end. Ooh. The spinach just takes a few minutes to wilt down and become...
So does this make a hamburger helper Florentine?
Yeah. Florentine is dressed with spinach. I'm going to put some butter in here. Yeah. Get some creaminess going. Oh, that's looking good. So you can use any kind of meat you want. You can put some tomato in here. You can put vegetables, broccoli. I'm going to put a little bit of heavy cream.
Well, plant cream.
Plant cream. That'll give us a creamy look to it. Maybe a drizzle more. Just the seasoning.
Are we ready for a taste yet?
Getting there. Yeah, let me taste some so I can adjust the seasoning.
Uh-huh.
Really good. The plant cream, of course, brings a different flavor to it than heavy cream would be. So let's get some plates and taste this baby. I think I decided I wanted to bring a little lemon love because you always want a little bit of acid because it helps brighten it up. It makes it more interesting. Looks delicious. So let's plate her up. Okay, it's time to plate us up a little din din. A little din din for my boo-boo. Like I said, this is basically the risotto method. And you can do whatever you want in here. Different vegetables, tomatoes.
Spoiler alert, but you probably know it's already tasty, right?
Well, I sort of did taste it. Yeah. If you were to put some cheese on here, it would be even better. But obviously I can't do that. This warms you up, nice and comforting. So the Made In Saucier, it did a great job. I love the size of this 5-quart. I don't think this is like a sauce maker being this big. The 3-quart is probably your better bet for that. But this was great for a big batch of one-pot meal, right? The only thing I can say is it sauteed slightly faster than I would. I had to turn it down. I think maybe it might be a little thinner than like if I used an All-Clad. It is a 5-ply, and it's definitely thinner than some of the other 5-ply that I've used. But it did a great job. Just keep that heat down a little bit. Because when pans are thinner, they tend to get ripping with the heat a lot faster. But did a great job. So links will be down in the description for those. A saucier is definitely something you need to have in your kitchen. This pasta is delicious. So cooks, that's a saucier. This is the regular size you're going to use with your traditional sauce making. And this is what you're going to do. Big sauces, pastas. You can cook all kinds of stuff because we kind of have a wide base here. These are amazing. That pasta was absolutely delicious. So, what's up? It's Wednesday. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you get a saucier. I will put a link down to a few that I really like. And we're going to be trying, I'll put links to these two. We're going to be trying these out. Made in Italy. Made in Italy. We're going to be using these definitely more because this right now is one of my favorite pans. So the saucier versus the saucepan, you have a rounder base, more room for your whisk, great for sauce making, especially since we've been doing a lot of Julia Child and Escoffier. I love my saucier. This is a perfect pan for Wednesday, right? I hope you enjoy this. Have a great Wednesday. And thanks for joining me.